Get on with the business of the coffee chat, and joining me this morning is my colleague Masego, Rahlaga. Good morning.
Good morning, Claudia.
I'm not going to ask you how it was waking up, but Jeffery Stevens, good morning.
Top of the morning to you, sir.
I listened to that. Top of the morning.
Jokes, Claudia.
All right, I won't start. Guys, let's get on with this very quickly. Front page of the Sowetan, Masego. You were up and about yesterday,
yes.
And my inkling tells me that you were at the Grayston School story,
yes.
And you also covered the minister's press conference. That's
yes.
Basic Education Minister Angie Motshekga.
That's correct.
Importantly, what was her response about the closure, the temporary closure of Grayston Preparatory?
Well, Oli, the minister didn't agree with how it was done. She said that it caused a lot of panic. She says, first of all, they didn't do what the department says they should do in terms of steps to take if you think that there could be a problem at the school. She says, for instance, the Provincial Education Department was not informed. So they were... Basically, they found out about the Grayston Preparatory School closure when media started to ask questions about it, because we started hearing about it around Sunday afternoon, that there's been this communication that went out to parents that says that on Monday the school will be closed. So she says that she wasn't happy about it. She thinks that it'll cause a lot of panic. What if you send the children home, whereas you could have contained it right there and called the health department?
But can I say something exactly on that point? Is the minister being honest with herself? Never mind the nation, just herself. Because SATU is saying, this is a teachers' union, there is no education to children at schools about the dangers of this virus, and, importantly, they're not being taught hygiene measures. So, is the minister being honest with herself, first and foremost?
Well, she did say, for instance, that she understands the, the anxiety from parents and the pupils. But at the same time, even though she said to us that the department has actually told schools what to teach the learners or pupils about hygiene when it comes to the virus, to prevent yourself from getting the virus. However, when we looked at the communication from the school, Grayston Preparatory School, they actually said that they would only start doing that on Wednesday when learners return.
The teaching about the dangers of coronavirus.
The teaching about the dangers of coronavirus, and the teaching the children about what they need to do in order to make sure that they protect themselves from the possibility of
Look, it looks like we're going to have a very lively discussion, because we're going to have both the Basic Education Ministry and the Teachers Union, SATU, which is accusing the Ministry of not doing anything to try and
it's very
prepare the
important, what SATU said, saying that the Department of Education cannot keep saying refer back to the Department of Health. They have to work together, and they have to bring in, for instance, SATU, which has the most members in terms of teachers' unions in South Africa. They have a lot of members. They need to, SATU said, look, we're available for you to probably just have us have some type of seminar or some type of, rather, a class on teaching our own members how they need to tell their different pupils about this.
Jeffery Stevens, let's bring you in. The front page of the Sowetan. They've got a very, very worried face, or a picture of a worried health minister's face there, Dr. Zweli Mkhize, and the headline, Coronavirus Alert, 110 people are wanted for testing. And down below, Health Minister says they're tracing those who've been in contact with the 7 confirmed cases of COVID-19. The one headline that really catches my attention, though, is the one below that says the team of ministers discuss the need for travel ban and cancellation of sport events. The travel ban issue, Jeffery, for me, it just doesn't make sense. Why South Africa has at least not issued travel bans to specific cities in the countries that are worst affected. What am I talking about? Wuhan. We have no travel ban, so people can still go to Wuhan. We have no travel ban to places like Milan, for example, in Italy, where the province there is on lockdown. Why are we only talking about it now?
Yes, look, for me, that portion of this particular article is really serious, and we've already seen that globally sporting events have, at the drop of a hat, because of the severity of the coronavirus and the little bits of information that are starting to come through. Scientists are grappling with a vaccine. Certain reports have spoken of testing only happening for this vaccine, for the virus, towards the end of April. There's no telling how far this virus can spread. And if you look at 110 people are being searched for, the reality is, we spoke of it this morning, you come into contact on a daily basis with an assortment of people from all walks of life, those people, and that chain reaction. So for me, 110 is but the minimum of people that they're going to be looking for. Yeah. And how do you contain that spread of something that seemingly is so innocent at this stage?
Tell you what, this morning we're going to talk to Dumi Bays. She's an entrepreneur, and she recently returned from Italy, and she's self-isolating as we speak, so it'll be interesting to talk to her and find out.
Via Skype, you mean?
Via Skype. We're taking precautionary measures, yes. And I'm sure she'll be happy as well that she's not waking up to be here in studio. Masego, let's move on from the coronavirus and bring matters close to home. This is a story that's been going on for quite a while. The front page of the Business Day. And yes, the main headline there, traders brace for more market and rand volatility. The JSE is suffering the worst day, it says there, since 2008. Global selling sparked by virus shows no sign of easing. But what we are discussing is the headline just next to that main headline. SAA warns employees it is moving ahead with job cuts. I can imagine what the unions are thinking who are organizing at SAA.
The unions must be thinking that they failed their members, first of all, because I don't think 5,000 people.
Nearly 5,000 people.
Well, 4,700 people,
yeah.
Probably going to lose their jobs. SAA, or the Business Rescue company that government employed in 2019, saying that they can't afford the 3-month consultation that the CCMA said, or rather the Labour Court said they should actually, look at. They said they can't afford the 3 months. And also then coronavirus also comes back with SAA, because now they're bringing that as an excuse and saying there's going to be travel bans to some countries and therefore we can't fly there. And they've already made, 26 billion rand loss.
Ouch.
That's our SAA, Xoli.
It's terrible. Look, it's not a good thing for anyone to lose their jobs.
No.
But I think for some time people have been saying,
and our
unemployment
rates,
warning signs, are we postponing the inevitable here? Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Jeffrey Stevens, what's happening in the sports pages?
What caught my eye today, the sports day is leading with the Chiefs coach goes on the defensive, referring to Ernst Mindorp, and basically saying that he refuses to get carried away with incredible victories, as was the case against their arch enemy Orlando Pirates in the recently completed Orlando or Soweto derby.